Hey, what's up guys? Playing PC Building Simulator here today. So what I choose to do on my own time sometimes is just to humor myself and see what I can mess around with on PC Building Simulator. Yes, I am a boring person, but I built my own PC and I found out how much fun it is, and honestly, it's pretty good. The game alone is pretty good. However, it might teach you some things, such as, like, obviously remember to put some thermal paste on your processor, but there are some things that you really need to try to adjust by yourself when you're actually building. So without further ado, I'm just going to go into free build, and I'm just going to show you how I usually would do it, not really step by step, but majority of how people would kind of start doing their builds. Okay, well, we wait for it to load. Pretty much, it's almost standard, just like similar to real life. You choose a case, a processor, a motherboard, etc, etc, etc. So you can see here I already kind of started 3 builds. I kind of tried this one last time, but it didn't work out so well. I like it. You can kind of see an SDSTAIO cooler, so anyway, I'm gonna kind of restart this whole build and I'm gonna let you guys in it. Alright, so here in the back here in this this wooden cabinet, we can kind of see the cases that are in the game pretty much. So I tend to usually go with NZXT or sometimes Corsair, but for the sake of this build, I kind of want to use the what's this? Where is it? Hyper-Beast? Nah. Let's is there the S340 Elite here? That's the S340. That's weird. It was here a second ago. Oh, okay, yeah, so here's the Cooler Master. This is the Cosmos, and I saw this case, and I actually kind of like it. It looks really nice. It's really sleek. Look at all these curves. It literally kind of feels like the side of like a Galaxy, like a Samsung Galaxy phone or something. But screw it. I'm just gonna go ahead and use an S340. Fuck it. I think I might have passed it. Nope. Here we go. Here's one of them. I'm gonna pick this one up and then we're gonna drop it over here at the bench. Alright, so how do we usually start it? Well, usually you kind of have a case first. You pretty much, what I usually do is I open a thing up and I just check out where I can put things, what I can do with it. So I have the S340 Elite from NZXT. This is just the standard S340. Really, the only difference is that the S340 Elite comes with a little puck here, and you can it's magnetized, so you can put it on any metal surface. And there's an SSD slot right here. I'm not sure if there's any other changes, because that's the noticeable changes that I've seen. Yeah, okay, so let's continue taking it apart. Here's the back panel. Alright, the back panel's off, and then we're going to take this front panel off too. Alright, so, oh, also this dust filter. So the dust filter here, you can put it like you can put up to, I think, 140 millimeter fans, I believe. I don't really remember, but I have a 120 millimeter water cooler from Corsair. So I'm gonna try and see what I can do with it. Most likely, I'm gonna go and I'm probably gonna go ahead and try and use some of the fans that I've been using. Make it some RGB, and the theme of this, actually, we're gonna try and make it look like a 4th of July build, because as you guys know, in America we have 4th of July coming up. Alright, okay, looks good. Actually, I'm gonna remove one of these too. Okay, so I kind of gutted most of this stuff out. I chose to use this one. I chose these two because I know I'm probably going to use the EVGA 1080 Ti. Honestly, you can't game on these things, or at least yet, if and when the the developers choose to do something like that. But the point is, it's I find it really cool that we can build our own computers and just get a learning curve here. We can put SSD here. Obviously, we can't. I don't want to yet. So yeah. All right, let's start installing stuff. But first, you can see here's a full list of stuff that you can do. Usually, I don't go to these two. Actually, or these four rather. I go straight to the fifth one, motherboard. So with the motherboard here, I can choose a Z270 motherboard or a. Alright, so let me push that back a bit. You can choose an AMD processor, and I think this is an AMD processor, I believe. No, this is a Skylake, so never mind. Ignore me. Okay, so this one is a AMD processor. This is a Threadripper, and I think, yeah, this one is for, I believe, the Ryzen 7? I don't remember from the top of my head. All I know is these, like the Z270, Z370, those are the ones that are mainly for Intel. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to check out a good motherboard with some RGB on it. This one has, I think, only blue light, so I'll probably stick and go with, I think I'll go with this one. Yeah, I think I'll do it that one. Alright, so usually on a regular NZXT case, or most NZXT cases as I've been told, is that this metal peg right here, usually it's already installed and it has a, kind of like a pop-up thingy, and it allows you to just line up your motherboard without hassle. What I tend to do also before installing the motherboard is I open the whole package up, and I put the, this is called the I/O shield, input-output shield, and I'll put that up here, and then I install the motherboard. But, see, this is a game, so whatever. Alright, I'm going to install these 9 posts, and then I'm going to be able to, I believe I can, it's just going to automatically put in the motherboard alone. Then we can put in another 9 screws that'll cap it down, or hold it down, which is right there, 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 and you get the idea. Alright, now our motherboard's installed. What most people would do afterwards is either put the processor first or the RAM. Most people start with the RAM, so I guess that's what I'm going to do. A lot of people do this, but if you're going to use all 4 slots, just go ahead and use all 4 slots. If you can use 2 slots, use slots B1, B2 instead of A1, A2. At least that's how I've been taught, or have been seeing people do builds, and it's the ones that usually people you're supposed to be using, not these two, if you're going to use only 2 slots. However, in the game, it will allow you to use these first 2 slots, but in real life, just make sure you use B1, B2. Alright, so memory is what RAM is. Let's go with something that's probably RGB. Okay, obviously I can tell already these are RGBs, except actually these are LEDs. Damn it. Okay, now let me try something else. Actually, okay, this is RGB. White light, white light, white light, white light. These are RGB. You know what? Just because the words Patriot is here, I'm gonna probably use these. Okay, RGB 3200 megahertz, 3600 megahertz. Oh, and that's LED. Okay, so let's use 3200 megahertz. It's not really gonna make a difference in the game because it's just a game, but just for the heck of it. So I'm gonna install one there. Pick up another one and install it in the B2 slot. Perfect. Now our RAM is in. You just gotta click these things, or in real life you push these 2 tabs down on each side, and then you push it down and it should lock in place automatically. Alright, next up we have a processor. This is the Z370 motherboard, so it should be using the i7 or pretty much any of the like a i3, i5, i7, whatever, but it should be using like the 8th generation cards. So we're gonna go ahead and find the CPU processor. Here we go. Alright, we got i3, i5, i7. we're just gonna use the highest of the highest and use the 8700K. Deploy that in there. Clamp it down. There we go. Now, like I said, you can't really put this together without putting a thermal paste in it, so you can't really put an AIO before you have thermal paste. That's how the game is designed. And I'm gonna wait for that to go away. Here we go. Okay. Right. Tools. Okay, so we're gonna go back up here. This is a cooler mask, the thermal paste. Honestly, it don't really matter. It just comes up with the rice, like kind of like a dab there. In real life, you would put like a rice grain, so you just kind of spread it out a little bit. But yeah, that's the thermal paste. Next, we're gonna be putting well, I would put a cooler. You can put regular fan coolers. I choose not to use the fan coolers. In real life, I always go with one of these. The what's that called? AIOs and water or liquid coolers. So Fractal Design has finally joined in. I'm actually more or less waiting for. Oh, EVGA finally joined in. Cool. I'm actually waiting for Corsair, but for now, because we have an NZXT case, why not use the NZXT cooler? Okay, we've kind of already installed it here. In real life, you would have the reservoir, install the the 2 fans, install 4 screws per fan, and then you would lock it down like this. In the course, I believe on the Corsair ones, I believe they already have thermal paste on the what's that called, the pump, so it wouldn't really make too much of a difference. But what most people would do is install or add on just a little bit more thermal paste. Yeah. Alright, I'm gonna quickly go back to PC parts and put back that the dust filter, and then I'm gonna put on the front panel. Here we go. Perfect. Alright, next. I don't immediately go for graphics card. Graphics card for me is usually last. Let's go for power supply. That works well. What am I doing? Alright, power supply. Here we go. Okay, we can go for, I think Corsair had a bunch here. Yeah, and Cooler Master and EVGA. Here we go. I want the EVGA stuff. So, I didn't know they made a 1050. Seriously? Huh. Okay. Fuck it. We're using that. Oh, right. I have to remove the panel here first. I forgot about that. Dang it, Derek. It's like you never built a computer. Alright. Here we go. Install. And then let's put back that panel. Where it at? Here we go. Now we have 4 extra screws. That's to mount the power supply to the bracket. And then now we mount the bracket with the power supply into the case. Okay. Alright, next. Then we would go for storage. Now in real life, I would strategically place this stuff, but in the game right now, I'm just putting whatever I can and what I can remember how I should have done it or would have done. Let's see. Whatever. 4 terabytes? Let's do it. Fuck it. Alright. Installing it. On the actual thing, we will put 1 screw here and 3 screws or 2 screws back there, something like that, and it'll hold the hard drive in place. I'm gonna cable this one up, so we're gonna put this cache right into the motherboard right here. That's already good. And then we're gonna put the actual power to this. And now we have a working sorta hard drive. This is a HDD. I'm also gonna put a what's that called? A SSD in there. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so they have a 250 gigabyte SSD, and it only goes down to that. Okay. Ooh, a 480 gigabyte SSD. I would take that. Okay. Right, cable. Okay, next I'm gonna hook up the motherboard. It's a 2 by 12 pin, I believe, so it's like a 24 pin connector. This one is the I think this is like the gaming hang on, what is that? Okay. Okay, next, we can hook up the RGB, or the fan, liquid cooler thingamajig there, and this is the CPU part of it. I'm not gonna worry about these things yet. Okay, we got storage, memory, motherboard, CPU, power supply, cooling, we kinda got that. Case fans, alright cool, let's go for case fans. Let's go for something RGB. Um, one of my friends, he hates RGB, and I personally, I would dedicate this video right to him right now, because he hates RGB, and why not? This is for you, Snoop Doggy Doge. He's a nerfer. He has his own YouTube channel. I believe he does his mods. I'm not sure if he does his mods on his channel. I haven't checked out his channel in a while. But I do know for sure that there are a crazy amount of Nerf wars in his channel. And if you hear these words, MG42, out loud, that's how you know he's in the middle of a roleplay. Alright, let's go connect these cables. Right here. Oop, missed it. What the hell? Here we go. Okay, so this is what kind of bothers me, is that the wire goes here and not up and around, like wrapping it around. But that's how the game wants to do it. Whatever. It works. It's just that pixelating it into the heatsink, it just don't look too nice. Okay. Next, okay, now we can sort of choose graphics cards, but real quick, I'm going to check out what other cables I can put in. And I think I already did it. Okay, so PC parts. I think at this point I can put the back panel back on, right? Yeah. Graphics card. Alright, so there's a huge variety. Majority of them are MSIs or Gigabyte or EVGA. Some of them are companies that I've never heard. Xi'an, DFL, never heard of, or maybe I'm just really lost, but I've never seen those. I've seen Gigabyte, EVGA, very familiar with that. Struggle to say familiar. Here's an AMD Radeon card. What else? More MSI. More MSI. Yeah, this game really likes MSI for some reason. What else? Okay, finally, again, EVGA 1080 Ti blower style card. It's like a Founders Edition looking thing. More MSI. This is a 1070 version. This is a blower style. More MSI, finally a Gigabyte since like forever. And yeah, here's a full list of it. Pretty much mostly MSI, Gigabyte, and EVGA. They need more of they need something like Asus. I'm a huge fan of Asus. I love the RGB thing on there. Just looks nice. But I'm gonna be using this one. This is the EVGA GTX 1080 Ti, 11 gigabytes. Looks crazy nice. In real life, there's like a silver plated one, like right here. It looks crazy nice. I was planning on getting that in the near future, but I found it was kind of expensive, and the 11 series cards are coming out very soon. So if I do get this, it'll probably be like a collector's item or something. I don't know. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and connect these wires up. These are like VGA and like RGB and stuff. Okay. We can put, we could just put this cover back here. I think we already installed our GPU. Yeah, and then we can just put the side panel back on. Hook up these two screws. Now we just need an OS. Now what OS is called an operating system? In real life we'll be using something called Windows 10. I'm just gonna go ahead and plug these thingamajigs in. Oops, missed it. Here's the power supply cable. This is like the VGA cable, or no, HDMI cable, and here's the USB cables. Yeah, okay. And then I'm gonna go back to tools. Actually, USB drive, blah, 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 OS and so on. I really don't understand why they did this. I guess maybe because maybe there's a case in the game that I haven't explored yet that you can put on something in there. Alright, I believe now it's ready to power up. So I'm gonna hit P. There we go. And you can see all this beautiful RGB coming up to life. Yes, yes. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and check this out. So it's kinda... Only if in real life it was this fast and easy. Sorry if that hurt your ears. I don't like the sound of that. Alright, we can go add and remove programs. Honestly, what I really want to do is just put like a 3D mark and then to restart your computer. Come on. If it was this fast in real life, I would be so happy. The hell, MSI? This is not even an MSI build. Oh wait, no, it is the motherboard. I forgot about that. I'm high. Okay. Lighting. We gotta have lighting. What else can we do? Will it run? I don't need that. Virus scanner. Honestly, I don't care about that. I just want to change lighting and see how well it can run something. Alright, let's go on lighting. Okay, so yeah, so I forgot it was an MSI build. I already corrected myself earlier, but this is the motherboard. These are the RGB RAM. This is the actual, physical GPU or graphics card. These are the two fans. You can kind of hear in the background that the fans are crazy loud right now. And here's the actual AIO pump. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna be making most of this stuff like a 4th of July feeling build. So I'm gonna quickly go ahead and see what I can do. All right, static. Static. What can I do here? I can probably make it blue. There we go. Okay. Let's see. We can make the RAM red and white and then blue, I guess. Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna apply that. Now we can choose. I'm gonna leave this one white. I'm gonna see if I can keep this one. I'm gonna change this one to red. And then the GPU. Let's put that as, I'm gonna put that as maybe, it's kind of hard to say. I'm gonna probably put that as blue as well. Okay, this one feels darker, so I'm gonna lighten this one up a little bit. Actually, I can actually check. What am I doing? I can do that. Okay, 191, 249. Okay, there we go. Fuck it. I can just do that. Alright, now this is the RGB fan. I'm not sure if I can do this. Hang on. Can we do... we can do maybe rainbow? Not rainbow. How about flash? Ooh, okay, we can flash blue and red. Okay. And then for this, I can flash red. And then this one, I'm gonna bring this to white because we don't have enough white here. There we go. Okay. Oops, fuck. I'm an idiot. Okay. Okay, let's go back to red. Red, 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 red. So I think that... Oh, no, I just got red earlier. There we go. Let's get the very corner of this. There we go. Apply. Ha! Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, I present you the 4th of July build. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.